really irritating. I can't even get it to pull up. My phone just crapped on me. I can't get nothing up. Can you go tell your mother to tell Marcy that I've started a new stream? Yeah. That it's my... Hello, honey. I had to start a new one. Yeah, I'm back. I'm on my other phone. My iPhone died. And I can't see anything. I can see chat, sorta. Yeah, my iPhone took a dump on me. Sorry, guys. Hopefully we get it all back. I can't even get on YouTube on it. It got way too hot. We're back. I'm back live. Video's still there. I'm still going. I'll have to change thumbnails and that later on. Anyways, I apologize, everybody. My iPhone took a dump on me, and yeah, you wouldn't understand. So we're back to the original deal here. I'm on my other phone, guys. I apologize. My iPhone overheated and it just couldn't keep up. I can't even get back on YouTube with it. That's how bad it is. Oh, I thought I was on the internet. What? Okay. So yeah, I'm flying here. We got some people back. Welcome back. I cannot see chat, which is kind of irritating for me. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out my iPhone garbage here. It's not cooperating with me. Yeah, I'm on, and it's showing some people here. Okay, I'm back up there. So if I can get it back, I just can't see chat. I can sort of see chat. All right. So I can see chat sort of. I can't. Normally I have two phones out here, but my iPhone dumped on me. I had to restart it, and that, which is kind of irritating. But anyway, what? The video just started. Yeah, I know. No, yes, smash that like button for me. Yeah. So what happened was my iPhone overheated. I have a feeling right now I've got it sitting on a block of ice. Don't even worry about it, son. Don't mix that up. It's already hot enough. And I have a backup. However, I don't have the length of time because it's only halfway charged. But we'll go as far as we can. Appreciate everybody coming back. Hope you guys can see it. I'm not on Streamlabs anymore, which that might have been the issue. I don't know. I don't know, and I can't even get back. My phone just really took a dump on me. I can't get back. I mean, it literally shut down. There we go. Finally. No, I don't want to know all that. I don't care about all of that. I don't care. Why are you trying to show me these things? Golly. Alright. My navigator, Mr. David Tyson Ryan. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. David, your mom. Oh, come on. David, your mom wants you. Alright, guys. I'm on an iPhone that I know absolutely not what I'm doing. That is so bizarre. I never had this phone do this. So, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you finally found me. I had to set up a new stream. I actually it asked me to start a new one. When it goes 7-8 times on the stream, it times out on that. And so I've got to, I'll fix everything later on. Oh, shut up. All right, I got it. I'm back up. My phone finally let me back in. If I can figure the, whoa, hang on. Let's see. No, wrong button. Oh, it's over there. I hate iPhones. This is why I don't have iPhones. That's why I stream with my iPhone. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. This is round number 2. I'm glad you're joining us tonight. This is Wind Dancer Media Fireside Chat, round 2 of who knows how many. I can tell you that I will be going as long as I possibly can on my phone. I've got about 50% life on it. And oh, Joseph, you're a hoot. Thank you. Welcome in new members. New member Leo Jackass, welcome to the membership. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you. Off to bed. I had to do one more. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate your support for the channel. That's awesome. I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. So technically, if I was on Streamlabs, that would all show up. But since I'm not on there, it won't show up. I'm running straight through YouTube right now, so they should, but they're not. If I was actually streaming off the computer, those there would be some really cool things show up. So cool. But anyways, I apologize for the iPhone mishap, but it does happen. This is live, and technology sometimes is not my best friend. Other than that, who all we got in here? Who all is still here? I'm showing 12 people on the stream, 11 people in here. So if you're in here and you're not chatting, that's what this is all about. This is all about chatting. So let's get this ball rolling. I'm showing 12 people. Annie, the super nanny. Come on, get it. If you're a new timer here, welcome to the stream. Smash that like and subscribe button and become a subscriber here. we do normally chase. Right now, we're just waiting on storms to pop off and that. So what I do is I throw these fireside chats, gives everybody just kind of a chance to chat, talk things up, and get to know us a little bit better as chasers. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will do the very best that I can to answer them as much as I know. Tammy's having fun with the emojis. I see 13 likes. Yeah, that's not bad for. I'm happy. You know. But anyway, not much is going on weather-wise. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on up in Nebraska today. Had a few tornadoes, I think, actually today. I know there was one in Nebraska somewhere. Not sure if it ever touched down. Looks pretty cool. But realistically, not a lot going on. David starts school, I think, what, next week? Huh? Yep. David starts school next week, so he asked to do a fireside chat, and that's his fire he's got going, and man, it's a barn burner. It's done toasted one phone. We do not want the other phone, the phone I'm streaming on right now, we do not want it to mess up. If it did, I would just end the stream and call it a night and go inside. But that goes to show you how hot it really is out here. It's 80, 81, 82 degrees out here, and things get hot in a hurry, especially iPhones. Normally, if we're chasing, I'd use my iPhone most of the time because I got an air conditioner and it keeps it cooled down. But just being out here in the heat, it doesn't do it any good. So yeah, that's why I don't really do iPhones a whole lot. It's good for setting things up and that, and actually a lot of times I'll stream off my the phone I'm on right now. So that all being said, I'm gonna have a little fun with some hearts. We're gonna go oop, 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 just because I can, because I'm actually in the stream as well, watching it, because that's really the only way I can see it. You know, my quirky sense of humor. Kind of like that little heart. So I've kind of found out a little thing about that heart is it actually does help the stream. It's just called chat interaction. You know, it's all it's there for. But it does help in some small way, I am sure. What do y'all want to talk about? What do we got going on? Did everybody watch the Olympics? We got the Olympics are passed. What'd y'all think of that? Give it a minute to soak in, because we watched it. We enjoyed. There were some things we enjoyed, and there were some things we didn't enjoy. I'll be honest. I did not think that breakdancing should ever be in the Olympics. It was kind of funny, actually. I would have been embarrassed. I'm not afraid to say that. But there were some good things. Good things. 79. Yeah, I'd say 87. Yes, son. Sorry.
So apparently, everybody that was in the Olympics has to go back to Paris in 2 weeks.
Why?
For like something that you're gonna finish off.
Oh, I have no idea. Haven't heard. Garrett, fire, welcome in, Garrett. Garrett from Storm Runner Media, in the house. Thank you, Garrett, for showing up. I know you guys didn't chase today. Hopefully, you guys will be out tomorrow or whenever's good for you guys. Glad to see you the other day. Glad to see you. Yesterday you guys were out, saved a couple of guys out there. It was awesome. Kudos to Garrett. Everybody give Garrett a big fat donut in the chat. Garrett deserves donuts. I know he doesn't eat them, but give him a big donuts. Big donuts for Garrett. Oops. Big donuts. There we go. Oh man, Garrett, we're doing good. We're doing good. We just need some rain. We need some measurable rain. It's hot. Um, we're cooking here, and our actual best shot, I think David said, was probably Saturday for us. Oh yeah, Booze, gotta watch it. Gotta watch it.
Well, not down here.
But hey, Booze. It's donuts. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm getting kind of hungry. But hey, Booze, welcome in. Sorry, Streamlabs popped you. Streamlabs is actually working in the background. But yeah, we just need some storms. Tammy loves those emojis. In case y'all haven't noticed, Tammy was gifted a membership, so she's enjoying her newfound love of donuts. I can give her a hard time. She's inside. I am being very unsupervised right now, but good to have you in here, Garrett. I totally get it. Things have been really slow. I was actually hoping, I know as bad as it sounds, I was actually hoping that the last hurricane thing would come up into our direction. I just needed something. Yeah, I'm being very hopeful that we do. We've had storms up north. We had a couple small ones pop up down south, but man, there's such that high ridge is so in place right now. That man, I mean, it's tough. We had some actual beautiful storms when I want to say yesterday, day before, that were actually supposed to get to us, and man, I mean, they got 15-20 miles out of town, and there was nothing. I mean, it was nothing. We had clouds, cooled off, but that was about it. But I'm hoping if we do and they set up just right, yeah, we'll be out. We may be chasing raindrops and that, but got to get out there.
You should ask me want us to chase the heat.
Yeah. If it does, if it gets marginal, we'll be up north. I mean, I know where it's supposed to be, and I've been kind of paying attention to it. But something happens, we're going to be on it for sure.
Hey, Dad, I have a question for you.
What's that? I can barely hear you, son.
On Radar Omega,
Yeah.
how do you do the day-by-day stuff?
Day by day?
Yeah.
Come here and I'll show you. All right, guys, I'm gonna teach David something here on his radar. So pull up a chair. So bear with me just a second. I got to show him how to do this. All right. So you go over here, and you want to know what's happening today.
Yeah.
So this is today. All right.
Okay.
This changes over. So if you wanted to go 2 days out, would be tomorrow, because it's before midnight. At midnight, this thing changes over. So 3 days out would put it, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday, would be Friday. That's Fridays, and I can't see because I can't see your phone. So click the X. So you click out of that, Okay. Sorry guys, I'm giving David a lesson here on Radar Omega. So you see all of those squirrely, all of this?
Yeah.
Click on that. That's a marginal risk. All right. So if you want to know, that's going to tell you what's going on. Okay. So mine is always set for day 1 because it's today. Because I like to know what's going on. So yeah, marginal risk on Friday. It looks like that could be pretty promising, actually. And anything in that realm, anything's possible. And it looked like we were in it.
We are.
So yeah, we might be chasing Friday. Whoop, whoop. I would be so ecstatic. I am like dang near forgot what I was doing. Um, yeah, yeah. I have my emojis are set to 4 or 5. I think three's the norm.
Or
Yeah, yeah, Garrett. Yeah, it's killing us, and man, until that sucker gets kicked out, and holy mackerel, the heat wave. Yeah, we're supposed to be in uh, heat advisory. I know tomorrow is supposed to be like 110 tomorrow, which means I am not going to get nothing done outside. Uh, oh, holy jeez, holy flip! Oh my God! Thanks, honey. It wouldn't be a fireside chat without ice down the back, guys. Oh, I knew it when I saw her coming out, what she was doing. Holy crap. And boy, did it not just go down my back. Ah. Oh, that stings. Oh, doggies. Yeah, cha. Yeah, that's cold. That was some very extremely cold water. I'm about to time her out for that one. Holy crap.
remember, Dad, you gotta sleep in the doghouse.
Oh my God, that was cold. Marcy, I hope you didn't have nothing to do with that. That was probably all her anyways. Ooh. Oh yeah, it went all the way down. I am feeling nice and cold in places that, yeah, we'll leave it at that. That was cold. That was cold, honey. What are you doing? I know you love me, and that's your weird sign of love. Holy crap. I have, oh my God, there it goes. There it just went all the way down. All the way down. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Hey, you're lucky that you got it.
Honey? Oh, Miss Tammy, somebody else says he wants some too. Might as well share the love out here.
We should send ice all the way over to Marcy.
Whew. I wished we could send Marcy some ice.
We could. Market fragile.
Whew. I'm telling you, that was cool. Yeah, booze. Yeah, it's this. The thing is that the high pressure is what's causing all of that, bringing all that moisture in and all of that, and people always, it's funny because people know that I storm chase. I've got customers that come in and say, "Hey man, what's weather going to be like?" And I'm going, "Yeah, we're sitting on a dud, but here's what's going to happen." And I'm gonna call it out, and Garrett, you can back me up. Um, I am thinking, and I'm really serious, that this is kind of like, literally in Arkansas, the calm before the storm. Things seem to be a little bit later than normal. It is 2024, so I'm calling September and October, even into November, very, very active. Very, very, things are going to start popping here really, really soon. So it's kind of, it's kind of bittersweet. I'm enjoying the downtime, and that, but man, I've just got this really, 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 really just a funky feeling, and I can't shake it, that we're going to see some stuff, and that's aside from the hurricanes that are supposed to be going off. Hey Rich, welcome in. Aside from the hurricane activity, I just got a feeling, and I can't pinpoint it, and I'm not even going to try, but September, October, November is going to be it's going to be wet if nothing else. So yeah, bigger, better things are coming. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where it's at. That's where I'm at, anyways. Yeah. So if you didn't see it on my prior stream, this is round two. My iPhone took a dump on me and decided to shut me off and all kinds of craziness. But I do have a really cool thing that I'm working on, that I had posted. Go back, take a look at it. It's nothing major. It's just got a window and some stuff in there. Kind of a new picture of the truck. That's not my truck, but nobody needs to know that. With some fun stuff on it. Um, but anyway, take a moment, breathe a little bit. I'm gonna have a drink of my adult beverage here and enjoy. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thanks for being here. We're having a good time. We're just talking away, doing whatever. Welcome in, everybody. Smash that like and subscribe for me. We're back up 17, which is great. Go share it on your social media. This is the way I support my channel right now when I'm not chasing. Kind of keeps it going, keeps it active, lets YouTube know that I'm actually still here. As Gary can testify, I'm feeling the pain of not being able to chase, and it's putting a sting on me. Yeah, I'm better, honey. I'm better. I can sit down, but it's kind of cool, squishy feeling. But I'm feeling the sting of not being able to be out there streaming, storms and that. And this is about the only thing I could ever come up with that just to keep the stream going, give everybody a chance to interact and that. And, it's all good. And I can promote those guys like Storm Runner Media, Avon Bange. He was out. I felt sorry for the guy. I did post on earlier his channel. I felt sorry for the guy. He's just getting back into it. He is a pretty good storm chaser. He was in the right places. Just didn't have a lot of folks in there. And I told him, I got on his stream earlier today and told him that I'd give him a shout out. So due diligence, go check him out. He's just getting back into the YouTube stream thing. He kind of stepped away from it for a long time and is getting back into it. And a few of the others. Anybody that's struggling, trying to get their channels up, yeah, I'll help them out. I will help them out. But other than that, man, we're chilling. I am chilled now. I have cooled down. It has actually cooled down quite a bit here. It's not near as hot. Even with the ice down the back, it still feels pretty darn good. Did my chat freeze up? No. Yep. Nope. We're good. YouTube's been really funky with me lately. Chat freezing up, and somebody be talking about something, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? And all of that garbage. But we're doing it. Rich, what have you been up to, buddy? What have you been up to? Hello out there. Long night. What was you doing up so late last night? Was you chasing? Or just a long drive? Hey, Kimmy's in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Whew. Oh no, not down the front. No, that would be disastrous, honey. Nope, nope, nope. No ash down the front. Throw it down the back all you want. Feels good. Oh, Rich, I bet it was. I bet it was. I heard about some things going on up there. I kind of figured, I don't know who's still up and running, but yeah. Yeah. Got some good storms up there from what I heard. Hey, Rylan. Welcome in. Welcome in. Got some new people in here. Golly, that's awesome. We is just, I tell you what we're doing is just hanging out. Just chilling by the old campfire. Open chat, man. I know you're new to the channel. You're old. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we is just chilling by the campfire. I'll leave it at that because I'm old too. We are just hanging out, talking about stuff. You did? Where'd you go? Tell us about your storm chasing. Got to hear some good stuff, man. It has been bone dry here in Arkansas, and I'm Tammy will tell you I'm going ape bat crazy, and I'm keeping it nice because this is a family channel of sorts. Nice. Got a good shelf. Nice. If you feel like it, go post that on the Discord channel. That'd be great. You can post it anywhere you like. Anywhere. 80-mile-an-hour winds. That's good. At least you didn't blow away. Right. Did you get any video of it? That's awesome. Yeah, up Kansas. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on up in that area today. There was a tornado warning. Oh gosh, just a little while ago. I mean, just before I actually started streaming, I was up looking at radar. Bummer. But there was a tornado warning in Nebraska actually that had really tight, man. Somebody said it had a CG. I didn't see it. But hey, Sonia, welcome in. Good to see you. But I never heard, so I don't know what happened with that one. But yeah. Yeah, I saw where they were, and they were actually right in pretty dang good position there. So Rylan, what you need to do is, if you've got an extra phone or camera, you need to start shooting video of that, because if you saw something, and I'm not knocking you down, please don't think I am, but if you're out there, shoot that video, and you can actually send that video to the NWS, and they will verify what it was. They will actually tell you. and it's always just a good thing to have, even if you're not, if you're not a streamer. But yeah, take pictures, get what you can. But I always have a camera handy. But great job today. I'm glad you got to experience that. That's awesome. You're doing. Pardon me. You are doing way better than I am, because guess where I'm at? I'm sitting in front of a fire, trying to keep my channel alive. But no, great job. Great job. I'm glad you was out there. Glad you got to do that. That's awesome. There's one in there, I know that. So I love it. Damn. I love it when my new boss, my new store manager, walks up and we start talking, and he finds out that I'm a storm chaser. Oh yeah, hey Rich, anytime, buddy, anytime. You can DM me on X. You know how to get a hold of me. Thank you, Annie, for being here. Enjoy your supper and have a great night. We'll catch you on the next one. But as I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, my boss. So my boss finds out I'm a storm chaser, right? And you got to be careful, because I found out that when I stream something, I have to announce that these are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. They do not reflect on where I work or anything. I have to throw that disclaimer out there, because I could actually get fired. And I cannot promote them. Okay, so anyway, where I work, my boss comes up and he finds out that I'm a storm chaser, and he starts talking about tornadoes and stuff. He goes, "Man, I really want to see a tornado, because I'm from California, and I know these things." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You really don't want to. You really don't want to. You don't want to see a tornado." And then I cautiously told him that I live stream. I'm a chaser. I stream these things. He goes, "Oh man, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to check out your stream sometime." And I'm like, "No, you don't. No, you don't." But nah. Take it easy, Rylan. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you being here. You come back and see us and spend some time here with us. We'll catch you on the next one. If you go out chasing again, have a great chase, and remember to take pictures. But yeah, my boss, he's like, "Yeah, I want to check your stream out when you go chasing." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, because it gets crazy. It gets crazy." But I have no problem, because like I said, I've got to throw that disclaimer out there. These are my thoughts, my views. They have no reflection on anything I say or do, or who's in here. Half the time I couldn't tell you who's in the chat. But it was just kind of funny, because he got all excited that I'm on YouTube, and if I could pick him up as a subscriber, that'd be awesome. But I can't. I'm not going to willingly give that information out to my boss. It's just not kosher. Not good business ethics. Well, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, Rich, I saw that. Congratulations. Shout out to Tornado Pagey for getting monetized. That's awesome. I saw that actually earlier and communicated that with her. That is huge on her part. I couldn't be more proud of her. and like I always told her, I said, you just gotta do whatever you got to do to get out there. And once you get out there, you're golden. Um, yeah, she's actually, and I'm saying this from the heart, and you can pass it on to her. She is gonna, her stream is gonna blow up, and I mean, she is gonna blow up fast. Um, I couldn't be more proud. Um, I don't know her personally, but I know her. I know her as a fellow chaser, and to be quite honest with you, she is the only female chaser that I know that's streaming, and I think that is so huge. And she's found it, and she's going with it, and if there's anything that I can do to help her, let her know personally. I'm here to help her with whatever she needs. I will pitch her name out, guys. If you don't know Tornado Pagey, Rich, pitch her, put her link in, please. Let everybody know, because I support her too. I mean, I get on her stream a lot, and that's to me, that's what it's about. It's about helping each other out. Hey, Julie. Hey, you're not late. We haven't ended the stream yet. Although I've got 25% on my phone. My iPhone, which is fully charged, crapped out on me. It got too hot. I had to start a new stream on my other phone because it was handy. Sonia's in the house. Welcome. But yeah, I if I can help out in any way, shape, or form, please let her know. I am totally here for her. I will totally help the female chasers out there. I don't care. They need all the help. They, in a male dominated field, anytime a female gets out there and does what she does, totally all for it. Totally all for it. So everybody, I want you to, if you have not already and you're in the chat, what I want you to do is I want you to skip out real quick, go subscribe to her channel. Let's blow it up. I know there's only like 12, 14 of us in here, but let's go blow it up. Let's get her some subs in there. Show her some love. Set them notifications to all. You do not want to miss one of her streams because she has nailed it. The last 2 or 3 that she's been on, she has flat out rocked it. She's a rock star. Hope one day she gets down to Arkansas to where I can actually meet her. I would love to meet up with her, as I would most of the other guys out there. But definitely show her some love. Oh, Garrett. And show Storm Runner Media some love. Yeah, they just made it back to Arizona. They streamed the other night, which was kind of an ironic because I was at work. I could bounce in and out, and I get in there and they're pulling some poor joker out of the water. Thank God you guys were there, because that would have been a bad scenario. But yeah. Show them guys some love too. I know most of you guys are in here that are already there. But it's great to see everybody in here. Great to see Garrett and Rich and Paloma. Julie did not miss the show. Got to give you a hard time, Julie. You know I do. You know I do. You know I do. So now that my other phone's actually working, I might pop it up on my other I don't know quite how to do that. I don't know how to jump. I'd have to jump from one phone, and I haven't quite figured all that out like Garrett and DL have. Jump from one stream to the other, but I figured out. I ain't got one of all their fancy stuff, so. No, Julie, she actually threw ice down my back, which is part of the tradition of doing the fireside chat. Cooled me down pretty good. I'm sure she will. I'm sure at some time she's gonna walk out in and just slap the snot out of me. I'm waiting for it. If not, another jug of water, really cold ice water, which wouldn't be too bad. I'm okay with it. But yeah. I know you will. I know you will. I know it's coming. Oh yeah, she's not afraid to slap me or smack me or knock me around. It's okay. I kind of lean into it sometimes. Kind of enjoy it. You guys been bouncing around? Yeah. You know that's the cool thing, and I'll be honest with you. And somebody made a comment the other day, and I can't remember. Gosh, I don't even remember whose stream I was on. I think we were on another kind of up and comer. I think we were with the Sholinator. I was in his stream, and it was like everybody from Stormrunner Media ended up into his stream, and he was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe everybody's in here!" And you know, and to be honest with you, that's what it's all about. Supporting everybody. Out there. When one ends, man, I tell you, I jump. I'll find whoever's on, and if they're not, then I just go and watch TV. But that's what we need to do. We need to support each other. There is a certain amount of people out there that. Oh yeah, that was Paige's stream. Yeah, I mean it was absolutely amazing. How well the chat community is. They recognize this is what we got to do. This is how you do it. And and that's truly what makes me so proud of being in and being able to do these things and helping these folks out. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and Garrett with his, hey Sherry, welcome in. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. This is round two of a two-part series. My first stream died. My iPhone crapped out on me, and had to start a new one. So we're about 45 minutes into the new stream. But welcome in, Sherry. Great to have you here. Thank you for your support of this channel and everybody else's channel. I really do appreciate it. Like I was saying, I think the support that we have for all the chasers, not just one in particular. I think all the support for everybody. I think it's incredible to see what where it's at and what's going on. Yeah, you never know. You never know, Garrett. It might happen. I, however, will never put one on. You will not see me on a banana suit. Sorry. Sam, welcome in. Sam, did I miss something? I must have missed something. Oh well. SRM. Oh, okay. I was like, Sam, where's Sam? We got a Sam in here? No, it's all good, man. Yep. Storm Runner Media is in the house. DL, great to have you here. Welcome. I honestly think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, DL, this is actually your first, maybe second time doing a fireside chat here with Wind Dancer Media. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Garrett's been in because he's always flipping us garbage all the time and cutting up and that. We have a good time. But great to have Storm Runner Media in the house. Great to have Sherry in the house. Everybody, that's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great to have you guys back out streaming again. Glad you got your Forerunner fixed. That was awesome. Great news. Great news. Can't wait to see you guys again in Arkansas. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I know you guys, only time you guys will be in Arkansas is passing through going to Texas or Louisiana for a hurricane. I already know. But hey, that's all right. That's good times. That is good times for Hebo. That's a bulldozer. That's funny. Or Missouri. Yep. Exactly. So it's been a good night tonight. I got to keep an eye on the phone because, man, like I said, I started on my other phone and I was only at 52%. I'm down to 21. So we'll go until the phone dies, I guess, and then I'll start up another one. But it's all good. Great to have everybody here. Getting along. What brand of bulldozer? Man, they ain't but one type that I know of. Awesome. Great to have everybody in here. Been a great week. I'm on vacation for 4 days, so I got all night. And we're gonna, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we're gonna go look at future chase vehicles tomorrow. I hope sometime. Hopefully it's tomorrow. She's got tomorrow off, so I think it's gonna happen tomorrow. But we're gonna go look at very future chase vehicles, and then take some pictures, and I'll post them on Discord. Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Roper? Where'd David go? I need Tammy, send David out here. Yep, new chase cars. We're gonna go look tomorrow at future chase cars. But I'll be honest with you, it's going to be a couple years before we get one, and we're just looking. We're going to go have some fun. Go have some fun with some salesmen. I've got to get my pickup paid for before I can afford half of what we're fixing to look at tomorrow. Yeah, Joe's been real busy. I've been in contact with her. She's doing all right. Hey, Tammy, can you send David out here, please? But yeah, I mean, you know, this is how dry it's been, and Tammy confirmed it for me earlier. It's been a month. It's been 1 month since we have actually been able to chase, you know, lightning storm. And it's looking like Friday, Saturday might be a good time, even into Sunday. Things set up better. but we'll be back out there. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And got some cool things ahead. I've got somebody working there. Actually, I've got a friend of mine working on a logo for me. As soon as she gets it done, she's going to email it to me, and we'll go from there. Got some fun things. Fun things are in the works in the next couple months. Got another storm chaser friend of mine out of Texarkana. We're going to get together and collaborate on some stuff. So it's going to be a good time. Just in time for whoa, shit. Guys, I'm not sure what that was.
That's a shotgun.
That was not a shotgun.
Fire or something.
No, that was over across the street, kitty corner from us. Over that way. That was not a shotgun. I do not know what that was. That sounded like a freaking M80 to me. I don't know what that was.
That's like George's area.
Yeah, that was over in George's area. Holy crap, guys. I just got the crap literally scared the snot out of me. I'm not sure what that was. And I'm not going to go check it out. Something, it was almost like something blew up, but not really. It was like a firecracker or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to guess. Anyway. Okay, time to breathe. I'm going to take a moment. And I'm going to get real quiet for a minute because I've got to control my... I am very juiced up right now. It literally sounded like an M80. I know where it came from. I saw it. Not sure why they would do that. It's got everybody out here. So I do not know. I am not sure what that was. I'm watching. Come here for a minute, please. Come here for a minute, please. So everybody, I want you to... Thank you. Whew. Yeah, I bet that was loud. Awesome. I don't know. It came from a neighbor. That actually came from a neighbor's house, guys. I do not know what it was. I don't, I'm sitting out in my front yard. And it was like a firework, but it wasn't a firework. And if it was a firework, they threw it because it was up in the air when it went off. Tammy's going down to check it out. That's why you see the lights. So we'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it brought the neighbor across the street out. Holy crackers. Awesome. I don't know where she's going. It was right in that area. She just passed it. The electric's on, so it wasn't that. I do not know. Woof. That'll get your heart pumping. There ain't nobody out walking. I do not know. That was absolutely freaking bizarre. Right on, Julie. Right on. Yeah, that scared the padiddle out of me. P-diddle. Whew, that'll get you going. Man. That was almost I tell you what that sounded like. To me, that was as if a lightning strike hit without the lightning. I mean, that was exactly what that reminded me of. I'm like, holy crap. Um, yeah, well, there is a house over there, but there's the guy's got power, so um, I'm not sure. He's got power, so wouldn't have been if the transformer was out, we'd all be without lights because we're all in the same loop. I saw it, you know, away from the stream, and it looked like somebody threw something, but yeah, I have no idea. Don't know what it could have been, but yeah, if it was a transformer, we'd all be out. That I do know. But the owner of the house over there, he flipped his porch light on. Yeah, well, she took off and went around the corner, kind of checking things out around. But it was literally right across the street. It could have been a transformer, but it didn't look to me. Now this is what when I saw the flash, it was about 15, 20 foot off the ground, not even 10 foot off the ground. So it was like somebody threw like a big firecracker out. It's kind of what it reminded me of. And I'm not smelling, if it was the thing is with a transformer, you'd smell it. I'm not smelling it. I'm not smelling the transformer smell. So it smells more like sulfur, which tells me it was a firework. Somebody trying to get us going. Yeah, probably a homemade something or other that didn't work out. Man, why'd they got to do it tonight though? Jeez. But we're all good. We're safe. I have no idea. But it was literally right across. I thought it was a Transformer 1 at first, and I was thinking, oh, lightning bolt. No lightning bolt. Didn't see that because I've seen that happen. I've actually seen lightning has actually landed really close to me on a clear sunny day. Oh, Marcy, go for it. We will try to maintain ourselves. But anyways, I've had a lightning bolt literally land within 16 foot of me before on a clear sunny day, and so I was like, it is possible. It can happen. And it's going to get loud because my alarm system just activated. Nah, Marcy doesn't feel good. I would never ask anybody that doesn't feel good to stay up for this at all. Rose peeking her head out through the window. That was crazy. That was bananas. That literally, man, I don't think I've ever jumped so much other than having a lightning strike next to you. Yeah, I made it eventually. I mean, hey, you never know. Huh?
The dump truck's on the highway.
No, that was across the street, honey. That literally was over there.
There ain't nothing going on.
That was exactly where it was. That was literally right at his house. Yep.
It could have been. His lights on. That just turned on after that.
But he turned his lights on, so it wasn't a transformer. It was a firework. Had to have been.
He must have been in his house.
Yeah, he was. So I don't know what it was.
I'm thinking it could have been one of them dump trucks.
I was thinking the dump truck, but man, no, it flashed the screen, honey. So I don't know. Who knows?
But there ain't nothing going on around.
Yeah, there ain't nothing going on. Yeah, we'll be talking about that for a while, won't we? Yeah, what was it? If he's out there, I don't know what so help me God, if he does it again, I will have a personal talk with him. David? Turn your head. Oh yeah. I know. You're right, Booze. You can't exactly tell, but I've heard a lot louder. That sounded almost like an M80 to me. I know those sounds really good. But you never know. It could have been a bad firework. Somebody. Hi, Rosie. Rosie's outside. Get down. Get down. Yep, they were the good old days. Rosie girl just went in the house. She's more excited about being in the house. But anyway, it's over with. We're all good. We survived. So I hope everybody is enjoying the stream. I've got about 15% left on the stream on the phone. When this phone dies, I think that'll be the end of the stream because I don't want to start another one and keep you guys up all night. Like I know you guys are night owls anyways. And I'm not sure I could go through another one of those because, man, that was too close to home. You better go get it charged up. I would charge mine up, but I don't have any chargers plugged in. Ouch. And my leg's going to sleep. Daggone it. But yeah, that was crazy. All right. What else? What's everybody up to? Julie, what are you up to? Besides no good. Paloma, what are you up to? What is everybody doing on a Wednesday night? It's almost midnight here. What's everybody up to on a Wednesday night? Hope y'all don't gotta work tomorrow because you're gotta get up early. Me, I'm on vacation, so it don't matter. sorta. My phone charger would be to the house probably. I'd need about 75 feet, and it probably wouldn't charge very fast. What? You're behaving, Julie? Come on now. I know better. I know better. I know better. I know better. Oh, Rich. I can tell you how to do that. A lot of suction cup thingies. I have here's how I'll tell you when I'm chasing. Of course, I have the one in the window, that I'm streaming with. I have my phone and I have my tablet running in my cup holder. So yeah, I mean you definitely got to have it going. Oh, you can, and I'll tell you, go to Amazon, and they make. Oh God, what did I'll show you what I was showing the other day. What I need, because when I run my desktop, I finally figured out how to do the desktop thing and actually stream through it. But I have a very old Windows 10 computer that's slower than Methuselah, and I'm scared it's going to die on me. But there is actually a switch deal that you can do to flip, through and that. I know DL and Garrett have them, and that, but I'll DM it to you, and it's like $50-$60 on Amazon. Now to get it, I'll show you. Not a problem. It's kind of one of those things, yeah. Yeah, I split screen my tablet as well, especially when I'm chasing, because I split screen my chat so I can see chat, and then on the other side I'll have the radar going so I can watch the radar and that. But yeah, that's what you do. Split screen. Sure thing. Hey, Rich, I'll probably do that in the next day or so, because did I say I was on vacation for 4 days? Oh yeah, I'm on vacation for 4 days. So yeah, I'll get it to you, bud. Not a problem. Not a problem. The adult beverage is kicking in. Feeling no pain. But got big things ahead. Got some fun things coming up on the channel. Getting a logo created. Hopefully she'll come through with me. She felt really bad because she hadn't had time to work on it. She's a college student. I told her what I wanted, kind of drew it out for her, and she's going to work on it for me. So I'm excited about that. I figured out Streamlabs on the desktop computer, so I can start running that. Yes, Julie, I have a Big People's drink, and I cannot tell you what I am having, but let me tell you, I ain't feeling no pain. And so I've got that figured out. At some point when I can afford to get me a desktop, I'll be actually streaming off the desktop and running it through, which is kind of cool because I was able to change some things up. It's kind of neat. A lot of fun. I've got a good thing going on that. And that's about it. That's what we got going on. We're going to go look at some future, I stress the word future, chase vehicles tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, because that's Tammy's day off. And we'll go from there. See what happens. But yeah, we're a long ways off from getting a new chase vehicle. We're just dreaming a little bit. Go out and dream. Never hurts. It's always exciting to go to a car dealership and tell them you're a storm chaser and that whatever they sell us, their car's going to get tore up. And they're like, what? The look on their face is priceless. And I might just I'll take some pictures and throw it out there. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Because they're like, oh yeah, we're all about that. Let me sell you this. And I'm going, nope, this is what I really want. And what can you put me into it? And just so you know, it's going to get hail dense. Windows are going to be blown out, and I don't want a sunroof. Just to see the expression on their face is kind of hilarious. We have a good time. I am so thankful that everybody is here. Ooh. Yeah, we'll like I said, we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of things. Tammy kind of found her dream car. We're gonna go look at it and test drive it, and I'll throw a video. I'll make a little video out there, and say, yeah, this is our. No, it ain't gonna be, but I'll make a video for you guys, and that. But it's a cool vehicle. I will admit that. I'm kind of skeptical though. I've heard some bad things, not terribly bad, but nothing out of the ordinary. But I think it's cool. It's cool looking. As long as and it's very efficient. What I've heard. So I want to dive into it a little bit more. And now, and about the time I buy it, we're gonna go full time and stream, and because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to pay for it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh no, I'll do it with these guys. I ain't afraid of all the warranties. They to be honest with you, in all seriousness, they have to honor those warranties. Most definitely. They have to. Yeah, Ernesto is a big fish grinder out there. I've been watching it, and they're saying that thing might actually get up to Cat 3, and I'm like, really? Man, poor fish. Hope they get out of the way. But yep. But yeah, she's all excited. She's going to get the best of both worlds. If it were to come through, I think it would be really fun to have, and we'd be able to do a lot more than what we're doing right now. No joke. Yeah, bigger boat. Yeah, might. Booze, you are absolutely correct on that. However, no matter what, full coverage on what they offer, man. Yeah, they still got to honor it. It doesn't matter what you do to it. Normal wear and tear. That's what it is. My biggest thing would be to worry about how much is the windshield going to cost, how much is the side glass going to cost, how much is the rear window going to cost. Don't think it has sunroofs, and if it did, I would definitely prepare for that one. That's about it. Cover all the bases on it. Put protection. Put the protection up for the side glass, stuff like that. But wow. Anywho, that's what we're doing. No owls tonight. No possum. We're not going to be rescuing any possums tonight. The owls are not around, so I don't know where they took off to. We do have crickets, cicadas, and frogs. No window tint. Rich, I actually took the window tint off of my Ram because I actually could not see out the windows when we were chasing. No, I would rather not have window tint for that reason. Yeah, I get that, but man, we were. I'll be honest. When we were on that shoot, where were we? When we were in Tennessee, because my window tint on my truck is very, very dark. I couldn't see out. But yeah, I mean, lighten it up. Yeah, that'd be great. And that's what window tint's for, is to help with that. I totally agree with that. That I agree with. But my truck, I had to get it out because I couldn't see, I couldn't see anything. And it was really hard at night because the lights, you look over, you're changing a lane, and you look over in your mirror, and it's like, I think there's a light there. I couldn't see it. But yeah. But yeah. I got you, Rich. And actually, we do sell that stuff at where I work. That I do know. It's actually reflective, which would be really cool. Yep, no possum in a can. No possums in a can tonight. Yeah, I would go for 70%. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, I could do that. I mean, I'm sure that no matter what we buy is going to have tint on the windows and that, and I'm sure it's going to have lots of glass, and which I just prepare for. I make some screens or something. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what the minimum is. I've got a friend of mine that well, he's not there anymore, but he told me where to go, and yeah, we'll get you hooked up. So they also do body full wraps on the vehicles and stuff like that, and they do window tinting, and I just take it down to them and say, have at it. If it ain't already got it, hook me up. Mm. D-Man, welcome in, buddy. You missed the big show. We just had us a flashbang, and it scared the crap out of me. And you can fill in the rest of the blanks. But yeah, come in. Oh yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I'm pretty easy when it comes to all that. But you got to be able to see, man. You just got to be able to see. That's the biggest thing. And if there's any one thing that I have learned from any of this is the fact that sunroofs are a no-go. Those will be plexiglassed in permanently. Yeah, you ain't gonna touch them things. I would definitely, yeah. If I could get away from a sunroof anywhere, yeah, I definitely would do that. Great to have everybody in here. Killing time, shooting the bull, shooting the breeze. Yeah, that, and I totally agree right there, Rich. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I'm pretty sure that's why they do that. Because most of your vehicles that you buy today always have some sort of tint on them. I,
Some states maybe over 70%.
huh?
In some states, tint cannot be over 70%.
70%. Yeah. Hey, wow. Oh yeah, I put that in there. That's a new one.
Or it's a really big fire.
Shit. Right. Yeah, mine. Let's see. On my truck was it on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the inside. So that was factory. I'm just gonna put bulletproof windows in mine.
In Arkansas, you can only have 25%.
Down to 25?
Yep.
Really?
Higher.
Really? Because that truck is way past 75.
You 25?
Was it on the? No, it was on the outside. So somebody put those on there. Yeah, yeah. That's what I couldn't remember. Thank you, honey, for verifying that. Yeah. We peeled it off. We scraped it off, soaked it down, and scraped it off. It took a little while. Took a little bit, but yeah, it was on the outside. I do couldn't remember. Yeah, they. It's different. David's actually looking it up. He's googling it right now. D-Man, I'm surprised. He's actually yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it'd be something I'd look into. But as far as window tint goes, it is what it is. I just got to be able to see. That's the biggest thing. I got to be able to see out the windshield and out the side glass because that's where we're at, and that's head on a swivel in a big chase. Right. Yeah, they were dark. We scraped off the driver or the passenger side so I could see. I mean, at night, man, I had a hard time even making a turn because I couldn't see the road. And it's like, roll your window down. We would always roll the windows down at night. Right.
So having over 25% tint, you get over $1,000 fine.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, honey. I am sort of blind at night. What was that? That was weird. You're starting to hear the critters. Attaway, welcome in. No, you're not late for the fire. We have not shut the stream down, so no, you're not. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just talking about window tints. We've talking about how to keep up with everything. Just kind of shooting the bull. Be real. Glad to have you here. D-Man, yes I do. Yes I do. Just so you know, I'm off the next 4 days, and yep, I do have a beverage going. Papa Smurf, welcome in. Come on, everybody. Go tell everybody, all your friends, jump in here, man. We're just chilling in front of a fire. believe it or not. Yeah, see, my truck came from Wyoming, and I'm pretty sure my truck had 28 because, man, I couldn't see out dang things. It was bad. 2%. Yeah, you can go. I have seen cars where it's so pitch black. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, yeah. No, I get it.
What I think is crazy, man.
What's that?
If you go over a certain percentage in the state,
Uh-huh.
you get a really bad ticket.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They can.
The state of Arkansas, 25% tint is the highest and lowest is the highest that you can have,
Uh-huh.
and that is $1,000 ticket.
Don't want that ticket. No. Nope. Not into that. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Papa Smurf, what are you up to tonight? Good to see you here. Good to see everybody here. Attaway. Come on in. Join the chat. Yeah, I here in Arkansas, I've seen some really dark. I mean, right on the threshold of it. It's crazy. It's crazy the things you see out on the road. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if the cops know you, they ain't gonna bother you. Man, I wished I could answer that question. All I know is that Wyoming, because there's not, it's so sparsely populated. Maybe I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I'm down to 5%, guys. We just about to the end of this here stream, unless I can find a battery real fast. I don't know how to jump onto the other phone without starting a new stream. Yeah. So I'm down to 5%, guys, on my phone. My phone just kind of went dark a little bit. We'll go to the end of the battery life on this phone, and may have to call it a night unless we can find us a battery pack. And Tammy saves the night. I know she's in there looking feverishly. They're all dead. Naturally, they're all dead. But anyways, so before the stream actually dies, I will tell you all, thank you all so much for being here and just having a great chat here with us at Wind Dancer Media. Thank you all for the support. Big, huge shout out to big shout out to Joseph. He gifted a whole bunch of memberships earlier. Gifted one on this stream as well. Big shout out to Joseph. Shout out to Marcy for hanging in there with us as long as she possibly could. It was great. Hey Sarah, welcome in. Yeah, we're unless I can find me a battery backup, stream's gonna die here in probably about 10-15 minutes maybe. Yeah, I know. But my iPhone crapped out on me earlier, and it's got it's full, and I could probably go another 3 or 4 hours on this thing. But no problem, Sarah. I'm glad you showed up. Welcome in. Got here. That's great. You're here anyways for a little bit, anyways. But we'll hang on to the stream until the phone dies. And when the phone dies, probably more than likely will be the end of the line. But again, thanks to Doug. He was in earlier. My moderators, thank you to all of them. Go and support fellow chasers out there when they're streaming. Give them a big, huge shout out. Tornado Pagey, that's awesome. I have not figured out how to do that, and probably I would save them for a stream. I think you got to be, if I'm not mistaken, you got to have 20 to 30, 20 to 30, and I don't even know how to. I haven't even got that far. It hasn't popped up on my deal that I can do that yet. But I think you got to have like 20, 30,000 subscribers or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to get with Garrett because I know they can do it. But I've not ever done it, and I wouldn't even know how to do it. Where are you moving to, Sarah? Without telling exactly. Yeah, you gotta be. I think you get that at 20,000 if I'm not mistaken, and it's pretty big. I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't know anything about it. Nice. On 11 acres. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. I've got 5, and it's all I can do to keep up with it. You got one charging? Yes. You got about 10, 15 minutes. No, is it? I may take those 2 bars. Nice. That's even better. Even better. Just as long as a big tornado don't get you, you're good. Make sure that it's fire safe too, in case it's in a wildfire prone area. Take those precautions. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hear you there. I hear you there, Sarah. I am so right there with you. I've got neighbors, but my neighbors are far enough apart. We don't, we might say hi to each other every now and then. It's not bad. Oh yeah, definitely. Cool critters. That's awesome. You might see some deer. You see all kinds of things. I mean, since we got rid, actually, got to tell y'all, I was out mowing the pasture been a couple weeks ago, and we had a doe, and her baby was out in the pasture. And I haven't had deer in my yard in 6 years because we had horses, obviously, but we got rid of the horses, and we've got deer coming back. So I'm thinking about this winter actually getting some food out, getting some feeders out, and feeding them just to get them in here. Got a better time? Oh, the channel is saved
by me.
By Mr. David. Uh-oh. Yay. All right, hang on. Ooh, I was down to 3%. Yay, we are now charging back up. Couldn't tell you, but we're charging. We got a battery pack. We're not dead yet, so everybody shout out. Should I say donuts for David? Yeah, everybody. donuts for Miss Tammy and David for grabbing a battery pack. We're not done yet.
We're awesome.
That is so awesome. Whoop whoop. Oh, sorry to hear that, Papa Smurf. Buddy, if you ever need to get a hold of me, on. You can DM me on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Definitely, you can find me on Messenger if you need to talk about anything. My DMs are always open, guys. I will listen. Don't be afraid to get a hold of Tammy as well. She's an excellent listener. But if you ever need anything, let me know. Do what we can do. I'm still trying to figure out what I do. But anyway. So the thing you see in Streamlabs right there, I just added all that in. Just added Venmo to the deal. I'm not asking for any money tonight. Please don't get me wrong. It's going to pop up. But I did add Venmo this last week. You're right, D-Man. That's what makes it kind of cool, being a moderator. We've actually got one. I can count. Let's see, 1, 2. There's at least 2 moderators in here right now. 3 with me that I know of. And you're right. It's being a moderator myself as a storm chaser. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely interesting, and it gets really confusing, as you can tell, going from moderator into another stream, and you're like, God, I gotta knock that guy out. He's getting crazy, but it's not my stream. It's not, I'm not part of it. But Sarah, we'll take that under advisement. Right now, actually, I have plenty of moderators. I'm not really needing any right now, but I'll keep that in mind, most definitely. The biggest thing. Oh, Ryan, good night, son. Thanks for being here. I didn't even know you was in the chat. Good night, son. Yeah, I love it. I love playing Whack-A-Troll. I think that's, and what's even funnier is when you're streaming and and you get these jokers in there and you're in the stream and they start in on all of this stuff, and it's like, because I pay attention to the stream, while I'm streaming, and I'll get in there and say, see, whoop, and it's like, oh, yeah, I will say this as a streamer and a moderator: do not ever think that those that are streaming are not in that stream. I guarantee you, they're watching. They are watching, and no problem, D-Man. Like I said before you jumped in here, I will support anybody and everybody that's trying to get out there and do it, because that's what we're all about. I mean, we really should be out there, supporting our fellow chasers, even the new up and comers, or those guys that haven't been out there, very long, and they're just getting started. Hey, I'm all about that. I'll shout them out and try to get them going and give them what I can, but that's what the community is all about. And to be quite honest with you, the chasing community is a very, very tight-knit group of people, and you'll notice that in chat, and it really doesn't matter where you go. If somebody's streaming, you're there to support them in whatever capacity. And I've reached out to several chasers and say, hey, I'm here if you need me. I'm a chaser too. I know what's going on. I understand it. I get it. And you know, I've never asked to be a mod. I'm only mod for one, and you know, they reached out to me, and I'm very grateful for that. But nice. Um, yeah. Yeah, Rich, that'd be awesome. I know. Yeah, I know where you're at. Um, but you know, if you really paying attention um, into the chats, I mean, you know, we're all there for the same thing. I mean, come on, we all love lightning. We all want to see a tornado. We all want to, you know, help the next guy. You know, we're out there to save lives, and people will get on there. Oh, I'm doing this vicariously. No, there's a reason why you're in there. Is because you believe in what that guy's doing, or you wouldn't be there. You know, granted, there are chasers that I cannot get into their chat. I'm not, you know, and it's just not my vibe, if you will. But I'll jump in and say, hey, I'm popping in and give you a like. You know, um, the likes, when you like somebody, you know, you're showing appreciation, and that's what we all do. You know, it should be everybody's goal, man. When you jump in a stream, first thing you should do is hit that like button, or get out. You shouldn't be there. You know, I'm sorry if I'm sounding straight up, but you know, as a community, um, it's above and beyond where I'm at, um, in the fact that we have to be able to be out there for these guys, because man, you know, I'm not chasing right now, but there's guys out there that are chasing full time, and I'll support them guys. You know, uh, uh, I posted earlier, and it's in my Discord, but Avon Baines, I follow him on Twitter, and we kind of, you know, we talk and that. And, the guy was out chasing today, and I felt really bad for him because he had 5 people, and I'm not even sure 5 people were in there because I was the only one chat. And you know, he just started streaming again. I told him in the chat, I said, man, I'm doing a live stream tonight. Pop in if you can, check it out. But I will give you a shout out, and I'll send my guys over. You know, whoever's on my stream that night, go give him a shout out, man. Go subscribe to him, help him out, because he's out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's chasing tomorrow. You know, I'm all about the little guy. Don't get me wrong, I get on the bigger streams, obviously, but you know, gotta support the little guys and bring them along, and you know, if they're doing better than me, hey, that's great. You know, I support them. Doesn't mean I'm not competitive. It went rosy. Doesn't mean I'm not competitive. You know, I'm chomping at the bit to be able to get out there, because one thing about it is I know that once I go chasing and I get on a big storm, my channel's going to blow up. It's just got to get there. That's just where I'm at. Now I'm going to look at chat. Now you got me talking. Yeah, Julie. I mean, you know, and that's what it's all about. You just never know who you're going to meet up with and what's going to happen. Exactly, and you know, and I agree, Julie. You gotta, you know, like I said, I'll support anybody and everybody out there, but I have a few people that I really follow. Yep, you're exactly right, Papa Smurf. That is the absolute key right there. That's it in a nutshell. Even if you're not going to stay on the stream, smash that like, subscribe button. You know, whether you watch their channel, it's, you know, it helps. It gets it out there. And with the algorithm, y'all y'all don't realize that the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, the more likes you get, all right, in the first, and literally, and this is the God's truth, and I've figured this thing out. If you can get to 100 likes within the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll give it 30 minutes, your chances of being seen throughout the algorithm, it's going to get out to more people. The more likes, the more people are going to see the stream. The more people that see it are going to get in there. Whether they stay there or not, it all plays the role, and it's a vicious cycle. And you'll hear these guys, man, we got to get that 100 likes, or we got to get that, and that's why everybody's pushing the like button. Subscribe, yeah, that's kind of a benefit, of doing it, because then you can, I've learned that, man, you don't set that subscribe button to chat, you're not going to get any subscribers, and people are starting to pick up on that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm already there. I won't do it on these streams, but you've got to be willing to kind of break the mold a little bit, and set the tone. If you're in the chat, don't be afraid to say, hey man, smash that like button, let's show some support here. It helps the moderators. Actually, they might get a little bit aggravated every now and then in some streams, but every little bit helps. It takes a village, and that's what it's all about. Hey Jesse, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing tonight? Yep, Booze. You are so right on it. I mean, and that's what I'm saying is if you're going to take the time to go check them out, hey, drop them a like. It helps them. There's a lot of folks out there that do, and I actually know some a friend of mine. They're chasers, and they're brand new to live streaming, and I've helped helped them with their stream quite a bit. And when I look at their channel, I was like, holy crap, you got 26,000 subscribers, but they're not monetized. I'm like, what are y'all doing? And so they, I talked to them. I said, man, you guys need to stream. And they're here in Arkansas, so they don't, they're like me, man. They work and they got to make a living, but they don't have the watch time, and it takes watch hours. It's a whole different ball game once you get live, actually into live streaming. I mean, you got to have just the live stream. You got to have 60 subscribers. You've got to have 3,000. I think it's 3,000 was for me. You got to have 3,000 actual watch hours, and you have to actually maintain that in order to stay monetized. Once you get monetized, then it's whatever you do, and it's all important. I've been chomping at the bit because I got up to 1,500 subscribers, as you can see. Well, you can't see it on this stream, but when I run through Streamlabs, I have actually, in the last month, I've lost like 20 subscribers, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. But once you have to maintain 1,000 subscribers anyways, but it's all important. Everything you do is for a reason. So, all right, enough of my rant. What else y'all got? You get me going on it, and I'll just go forever. That's right. Yep, y'all are on it. I mean, y'all get it, and that's because you all are part of the community. The biggest thing is and I have experienced this as being a moderator as well. Um, Say you're on a channel, all right, and you know the channel. You are a subscriber. You've been following these guys for a year or two. You know what they're, you know how they react and act and this and that and da 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 da. But how do you treat the guy that just comes in who is from the area that they're chasing a tornado warning? You know, how are you talking to them because they're scared? You know, and that was the first thing when I jumped in, when I actually started YouTube, you know, when I got onto YouTube and was following people, and that was, there are actually people out there that jump on a stream because their power might be out and that's all they've got and that's the only information they have, but yet they're scared to death because there's a tornado coming, or there's high winds, or there's a hurricane coming, or what have you, whatever the scene. You know, the biggest thing that I could tell anybody that's in a chat is support the guy that comes in who is scared to death. And you know, to talk them, you know, to get them where they're comfortable, you know, enough to be able to recognize what's going on. And the reason for that is because they're panicked, and it can be a very panicking situation that, as people in the chat, it's kind of a hidden responsibility to me, that you're there for them. You're there for the guys that are going through it. I mean, I'm sitting in my comfortable lounge chair and I'm enjoying the stream and I'm enjoying the tornado. But what about the guy that's there in it? You know, aside from the chaser, that's why they're there. So, you know, I can stress, pay attention to those guys. You know, as a mod, if you're a mod, definitely pay attention to them guys, and you'll see them. They pop out. Oh yeah, you know, the trolls. You know, that's why you play Whack-A-Troll as a moderator. That's why you play Whack-A-Troll. That's what the mods are for, is to get rid of the trolls. You know, whatever. You can tell the person that's in there wanting information. If they're seeking information, and I mean they're in a dire situation, yeah, you handle that a whole different way than a troll. Troll's going to go in there and they're going to start talking smack and cussing and this and that, and that is one reason, folks. That's why those rules are in place, to sort out the trolls. Makes sense. Oh yeah. Oh no. That I see a troll. Yeah. You're going. I'll let them know. You are not going to do that in especially in the chat that I moderate for. I'll flat out. You're done. You do not do that to my people, especially when there's female moderators. Yeah, I got their backs 100%. I do a lot of lurking. You know, I'll do a lot of chatting, but I'll do a lot of lurking, especially like I'm from work and I happen to be in the background and I see something and they don't catch it. Oh yeah, they go, oh, where'd he come from? Yeah, you know. Yeah, exactly, D-Man. It should be safe. It should be a safe place. It should be what? Huh, weird, but yeah, it's what it's all about. Yep, that's exactly right. That's the way you got to be. There is a way. There's a right way and a wrong one. You know, just pay attention. Pay attention. That's why those rules are in place. That's why Streamlabs is in place. That's why you have moderators. That's why, you know, everything is done for a reason, is to keep everybody safe. and in the weather community as a chaser, but also in chat. And you see me all over the place. Um, it's all about safety. Oh yeah. Oh, I've watched several chasers just go, what in the world are you talking about, Willis? Make them feel about 3 inches tall. Yep, all about it. Cool. Fun time. For Head Val. Yep, Brandon Koffick. Excellent storm chaser. Excellent stream. The guy gets it done. He is actually, y'all wonder how I got into it. One of my first actual live anything was I was watching Reed Timmer down. I think it was when Hurricane Irma. I think that's the name of it. I watched it on Facebook. A couple of you've been along when we first moved to Arkansas, and I was like, oh, huh? No, it wasn't Katrina. It was Irma or one of those. Anyway, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool stuff. I didn't know you could do that. Da 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 da. And then after that, when in the next year came along, I got on the I got Radar Omega, and I got on Radar Omega, and I was like, wow, what is all of this? And I could see the chasers out there, and I was like, holy crap, there's a lot of chasers out there. And actually, the very first chaser that I actually started watching on YouTube was actually Brandon Koffick. And I got to watching him, and I interacted with him because he actually, there was a point in time where he was actually teaching about Radar Omega. And I thought that was really cool. And I was like, man, I've learned so much about this and that. And I think he actually had ended his stream one night, and that's how I got on to Storm Runner Media, because I bounced over and I found these guys, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. These guys are college kids. They're out doing it and making it happen, and I got in with them, and the rest is history. But hey, what's going on, Rose? What'd you do? Sorry.
Her she was under the thing.
Uh-huh. But yep, Jesse, that's exactly it. You're right, spot on. Quit. All right.
No, that's enough. No, she's not a Casey
again. Yep, one big happy family. We really are. Oh yeah, Connor's come a long ways. I mean, if you follow these guys from when they first started, it's fun to watch them grow up and all of that. Heck, I'm a new guy. I mean, shoot, I've been chasing 9 months, what I consider chasing. No, we've been chasing better part of a year now and streaming for 9 months. And, look at where I'm at. I never thought I'd ever be where I'm at right now. Here I am on a channel doing relatively well, all things considered. Um, yeah, Yeah, you're welcome, B man. It's great. To me, the fireside chats, they give everybody kind of a wind down after a busy day, give you a chance to chill out, do whatever. Awesome. I enjoy them. I enjoy them. Of course, I'm a storyteller. I'm a talker. Talk your leg off if you let me. Yep. Good time. Good time. Wow. What are we up to? I'm down to 1%. I don't know how my phone's still going. It must be off that. Hopefully that battery's turned on, son. It is. Oh, 4 bars. So, yeah. My phone says down to 1%, but we're on a battery pack, so I'm not sure how long that battery pack will go. Huh? Yeah, because I'm streaming. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
All that battery pack is going to be same percentage.
A little bit of Larry the Cable Guy. I have never heard that before. That is a first, Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, get her done. Get her done. Get her done. No, actually, I'm a JA. I'm a smartass. Like to have a good time. Um, yeah. Jesse, I'm always around, buddy. I know where you're at. We'll have to get together sometime. Yep. Yeah, Booze. I'll be honest. There is so much that you learn daily. About storm chasing. I mean, it's you just I love it, and I think it's really comical um, when you're in a you're in a chat and people say, "Oh, I want to be a storm chaser. What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, well, first thing is you got to know how to read a radar. You really need to go to spotter. Really should go to spotter training course. You got to learn. Oh, we almost died. It went bloop. Um, and you start naming those things off, and it makes them think. I'm going, man, I'm really not cut out for that. I go, yeah, what are you going to do when you come up in a tornado and you've got to get the heck out of Dodge? Are you going to go into it, or are you going to back off? And you got to know, you got to know your limits. And most people don't know their limits at all, and are very, very careless. And there's a lot of respect out there. Yeah. And Booze, I'll be honest with you, I have learned, we've been streaming 9 months, and to be honest with you, I just now sort of have Streamlabs figured out. You got to have Streamlabs. Um, I've done a lot of, I look at other channels. Man, I want this, I want that. Take the best out of all of them, and I'm still not there. I still don't have a radar on my screen, which, the number one thing that people ask when I'm streaming, where are you? I'm at the corner of so and so on highway so and so, and I'm headed this direction. It's about all I can tell you. So I'm in. I'm getting an hour down. I'm working on it. Just to get to where I'm at has taken me countless hours up late at night. Googling a lot of stuff, watching a lot of videos, learning YouTube alone. And I'll be honest with anybody that's out there that's thinking about doing a live stream. Get on to Vid, called VID. They have an app, you can download it, and you learn a lot about YouTube, a lot about the analytics, because it's very analytical, and you got to pay attention to those things. You got to learn about the algorithm and how it actually works is very key. Alongside with once you get into all of that and you start getting to where you're streaming a lot, you're going to go, oh, I need a moderator. How do I figure that out? Well, start to stream. You can add moderators. I've done it in a stream. I could add anybody as a moderator if I really wanted to. And you got to be careful with your moderators too. You've got to be able to trust them, and before you just make them a moderator, you got to go through the channels and properly ask them and invite them and say, hey, would you be interested? And and all of that. And it's all about respect. I respect you enough that I want you. I have picked you and I've asked you. If you don't want it, that's cool. I've had to take moderators out because they're not doing the job. Part of it. Oh, you bet, Rich. I'm looking at chat finally. Yeah, if you can get into a NWS spotter training course, go for it. In your local area, you can look them up. Get onto the NWS.gov and look for Skywarn spotter. You should always do that. I'm waiting for our local area to have an advanced course. I really would like to take an advanced course. Very, very, very much you can do it. You can do it online. I mean, there's things online you can actually do it online if you really wanted to. But the in person is much more detailed, and you'll learn a lot more because you can ask the questions if you need to. Yep. Always. I actually have that time conversion table pinned on my phone. I still get messed up with it. Yeah, but those are the details that you learn. There's a wealth of information out there. You learn to read the charts. You got to learn. There's some things that I look at and I'm like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. And guys, if you want a really, really good app on your phone, it's called WX. It's free, and you can plug in your hometown, and I mean, you can it'll show everything you want to know. It'll show photographs of the town, up to that particular point. You got to learn how to read a photograph. There's videos out there. There's so much to learn. So much out there, so much information, and you really can't have information overload when you're doing, even if you're in chat. It's not that you sound great or you know what you're doing. It helps. It helps. But there I have an app on my phone that I look at daily. I mean, it's called WX. It's free. It's in Google App Store, I believe. I'm pretty sure I've got it on my iPhone even. You can download it. It's free. Get in there and play around with it. Sign in, log in, whatever you need to do, whatever it calls for. And it in its own self is just a wealth of information. Yep, 7 o'clock. OZ. Yep. It all depends. Most of them are like 8:30 in the morning, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then if there's a lot of things like a hurricane going on, I know like it was really cool because Little Rock, when Hurricane Beryl come rolling through, they actually sent up another balloon when it was still down in Texas and going into Louisiana and coming up into Arkansas. They actually sent up a second and third balloon to catch that information, which helps them forecast everything. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, exactly, Rich. They do, and they'll say it, catch it on Twitter every now. Yeah, we just sent one up. Cool. This is, Matter of fact, it was funny because there was some guys from NWS Little Rock. They were at a lake, and they actually found the balloon with the transponder at the lake they were at, and it had been sitting there for like 2 weeks, and it was the special one that they found, and they're like, oh man, this is really cool, and of course they snagged it and took it all back, but it's all cool stuff. That is a cool looking fire, just so you know. Yeah, David over there playing with the fire. You're gonna pee the bed, son, playing in that fire. But yep, kind of fun.
I haven't yet, Dad.
Nah, but you're going to. I tell you what, I'm about to hand you this phone so that I can go pee before I wet my britches. Yeah, exactly.
Good brandy.
You want me to try it out on you?
No.
You want me to brand you?
I can try it out on you.
No, I don't think so.
You need a volunteer for your stream.
But you're right. You're right. Truck drivers are exactly that. I mean, eyes everywhere. Eyes everywhere.
You should find a volunteer, Dad.
What?
You need some volunteers.
I think so. There's David over there playing with his
Looks like a dragon breaking fire.
fire stick. Yeah, that's the fun part, Rich. That's the fun part. Oh, he's gonna get you next time he sees you, honey. David, come here. Please, 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 please. All right, guys. I am gonna leave David with the stream while I go use the facilities, take a bio break. You can entertain Mr. David for just a little bit. This way.